Okay. Oh my god, you can see that I'm filming on my laptop and my glasses. Oh, hey. I don't know what the sound quality is going to be like on this because I'm filming on my new laptop. This is a video response to Jenna marbles. So if you don't want to watch this, that's okay because this is for Jenna. But if you'd like to watch, then stick around. Jenna made a video last week reacting to people smashing or passing her. I'm also responding today to Jenna and Julian's podcast talking about the PewDiePie and the Wall Street Journal stuff that's been going on, and also a response to Jenna's Snapchats. If you haven't seen any of these videos, if you haven't kept up, I'll leave links to everything below. And if you like, I can leave Jenna's Snapchat username below as well, just in case you are one of my friends that doesn't really keep up with the internet a lot, so you can understand what I'm talking about if you like. Let's get started. Hey Jenna! This is so weird. First of all, Jenna!
Girl, I would smash you any day.
Because you're beautiful inside and out. You're welcome. Okay, the poop depart situation. Sorry if you haven't kept up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please feel free to leave. If you want to keep up, I will, like I said, leave stuff below. Jenna, OMG. I couldn't agree with you and Julian more. The situation for Felix, I believe, isn't very fair because he is one individual whose brand is himself against almost the whole of traditional media. I personally feel that traditional media has taken the PewDiePie situation too far. Felix has explained in a lot of his videos where he has to end up apologizing for stuff, which is good. At least he apologizes and admits that he does make mistakes. He's human and he's still young. Like, there is so much time for him to fuck shit up. Like, what? Felix always says that he has always been a boundary pusher. And, like, that's cool. Like, some people push boundaries. And if you haven't watched a lot of Felix's videos, like videos about different things, you won't understand his sense of humor. And this is what sucks and what leads to the media making speculations and the classic, it's taken out of context because they aren't keeping up with the whole story and they don't know the progression of PewDiePie, and they take a small thing from a bigger series of things and make it the biggest, most dramatic thing, but they don't see everything else around it. It's just, it blows my mind. Like, I feel now that it has gone too far. Not that Felix has gone too far, but that the traditional media has gone too far. He is one person against all of these companies and bigger brands and stuff like that. I mean, sure, what he did is offensive, but with 53 million subscribers, no matter what comes out of your mouth, you're going to offend somebody. I watched one of his most recent videos where he kills Hitler. And I was scrolling through the comments and I saw someone who's apparently from the Wall Street Journal, even though they couldn't spell half the words they were saying correctly. So basically this person in the comments, oh my god, is saying, I'm a Jew and every time you bring up Hitler, it's offensive to me. You know, Hitler killed millions of people, and then he made another paragraph saying, and stop talking about Trump and saying this stuff about Trump because, you know, Trump is like Hitler and that offends me and my people. And I'm like, but does it? I am friends with Jewish people, and sure, they're young people and not very traditional Jews, but they don't get offended when we talk about Hitler and stuff like that. But like, this person was just being a real ass about it. Also, Jenna and Julian, both of you said stuff about how majority of young people will look beyond all of this shit. And I'd like to think you're right. Because, like what both of you said, most of PewDiePie's audience are like young males or young females like myself. Like, he puts up misogynistic stuff. Oh my god. But it's funny. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Like, oh my god. Some of the shit Felix puts up, like, sure, it's offensive to people, and some of the stuff that he puts up about women, it's kind of like, but at the same time, I can't help but laugh. It is so funny, and it's just refreshing to have someone who isn't politically correct. And of course, it's gonna offend people because, God forbid that in this day and age that we should be like saying all this bullshit about Nazis and Hitler and talking about women and objectifying women in a video game which objectifies women already, and Felix is playing on that. Like, oh god, people. With millennials looking beyond this, I don't think everyone will, because not everyone is switched on in that way. Any good person will be able to look through the bullshit, and anyone that genuinely cares will see beyond everything that is being said about Felix. It's just so dumb. Like, what's wrong with people? Is it because he has 53 million subscribers? I feel like traditional media almost has tall poppy syndrome. It's tall poppy syndrome. He has 53 million subscribers. He has a lot of social influence, and they're scared because these traditional media outlets know that the online community is where the future lies. And because Felix is already proving this, you guys, Jenna and Julian, are already proving this. People like Dan and Phil, and Shane Dawson, Grace, Mamrie, Hannah, all of you that have large supports have such massive social influence, especially on young people, because we are the majority of people that are accessing this information. Like, more and more people in their mid to late 20s and in their 30s and 40s and people with kids and everything are now accessing this, which is so cool. Like, our YouTube community is becoming more and more diverse and enriched by all of these different people that are part of it now. And now that people like me, who started watching Jenna when I was 13 years old, are now turning 20 and becoming young women. Like, we've grown up with Jenna, and it's intimidating to traditional media because online social influencers, such as YouTubers, are taking over, and some young people, not all young people, but some young people aren't accessing traditional media because, it costs money to access traditional media. Not every kid has a TV. I haven't owned a TV for nearly 2 years now, and when I go home I watch like one news show. It's hard for us to access some of that stuff because a lot of us can't afford it, and a lot of us get news from YouTube, and we have people that have news shows like Phil DeFranco, and there is YouTube channels that give just good news because we're just so sick of hearing the shit that is happening in our world. Anyway, this is beside the point. Any decent person will be able to see through the bullshit. And I think you're right. I think young people are a lot more resourceful now with how we get our information, and that we're not leaning on traditional media. And sure, some of the younger people maybe, or people that just choose not to expand all of that, will fall into what they're being fed. But for people that originally take it from the source, where it came from, and have been supporting people like PewDiePie for some time now, you can see through it. And there's been a lot of us in the community that have been standing by him. Those of us that don't have a big voice. And I think for me personally, it was very refreshing and really heartwarming for me as a teeny tiny baby YouTuber to hear my, YouTube hero, Jenna Marbles, say, yeah, I stand by PewDiePie too. And I think this is the next point I want to make, is that a lot of bigger YouTubers, I feel, aren't going to speak out about Felix's situation because they have really good reputations with the media, and, they have managed to build good relationships in traditional media. And it's understandable that you don't want to lose that relationship, because traditional media twists stuff, or has a tendency to twist things around on people. And it's important for the YouTube community to stand behind one another. But where is the community behind Felix right now? Am I calling people out? Oh my gosh. Sure, not everyone believes and agrees with Felix, but you don't need to agree to everything someone says to support them. Where's the community? I mean, maybe it's because I haven't really delved into this deeply, but I don't know. I always thought that the YouTube community would be there if this happened to people. And I think because what's happened to Felix is so unfair and terrible that people are scared to stand behind him. It's not right. For someone that has been a viewer for so long, and someone who is now a little bit more active in the community, it's a little bit disheartening for me to see that not really many people are gathering around Felix in support and fighting back, because maybe they're scared to be politically incorrect. Maybe they feel that if they actually share their opinions online, they're going to lose a fan base, because a lot of YouTubers have young people following them. Maybe people will get a bit of a rap over the knuckles if they speak out. But I don't know, maybe we should challenge people to speak up and say that they do stand with Felix, and that they do support him, and that they are there for him as part of the YouTube community. Not to fight against the media per se, but maybe to come to terms with traditional media and be like, hey, we're here, just fuck off for a minute. It's gone too far. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm going to shut up about this now, because I could go on forever and go on 1,000 million tangents like I have already. But I just wanted to say thank you for speaking out, and giving a voice to a lot of us that don't have that big voice in the community. And I couldn't agree with you and Julian more. This is a big issue and it's gone too far, and the media has just, like I said, I think there's a lot of fear in the media, especially with Felix, because there is such a big social influence there. Anyway, it's just yeah. Alright, I'm gonna move on. Okay, the final thing I wanted to say, and this is response to Jenna's Snapchat story. Oh no, Cermet! It makes me sad. I hope the Cermet is okay. But really, I hope Kermit is okay. Kermit, poor nervous boy. And with everything that's been going on with Kermit, I hope you are okay too, Jenna. Because that's no fun when your babies aren't okay. Oh, it makes me so sad. Oh, Kermit. Why am I so emotionally attached to dogs? Because I've been watching them for years on the internet. Oh, did not think I would get emotional. Anyway, I hope you're well, and that Julian as well, and that Cermet is gonna be okay, and that Mr. Marbles and Pesh are gonna be okay too. Yeah, this is a long ass video response. Woohoo! Yeah, this might never get to you. I've just realized that, but that's okay. Whatever. I don't know how video responses end because I've never done this before, and video responses were before I ever was part of the YouTube community. Lol. Such a young person. Rip. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Okay. Love you. Goodbye.